Time is the only thing you spend every day without realizing how valuable it is. You wake up, the clock is already moving. You blink, and hours are gone. You sleep, and another day disappears. Most people think time will wait. It never does. Time doesn't slow down for confusion, fear, or excuses. It keeps going, quietly, faithfully, whether you are using it wisely or wasting it carelessly. The truth is simple but uncomfortable. The life you live tomorrow depends on how you spend your time today. If you want a better life, you don't need magic. You don't need luck. You need better use of your time. Every successful person you admire has the same 24 hours you do. The difference is not intelligence or talent. The difference is priority. What they choose to give their time to, and what they refuse to give their time to. Time is not just minutes and hours. Time is energy. Time is focus. Time is life itself. Most people lose time in small ways. They wake up late. They scroll without purpose. They delay important work. They say, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. One day they look back and realize years are gone, dreams are still dreams, and regret feels heavier than effort ever did. This is not because they were lazy. It's because they never learned how to respect time. Respecting time means understanding that not everything deserves your attention. Some conversations drain you. Some habits steal your future quietly. Some people benefit from your time but give you nothing in return. When you give your time to something, you are giving a piece of your life. Once spent, it never comes back. Money can be earned again. Opportunities may return. Time never does. People often say they are busy, but busy doesn't mean productive. You can be busy all day and still move nowhere in life. True progress comes from intentional time use. That means knowing what matters and protecting it. It means saying no to distractions and yes to growth. It means choosing discipline over comfort, especially when no one is watching. The hardest part about using time better is that it requires honesty. You have to admit where your time really goes. Not where you think it goes, not where you want it to go, but where it actually goes. Hours on social media, endless entertainment, overthinking, complaining, waiting for motivation. These things feel harmless, but together they quietly consume your future. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you feel inspired, some days you don't. Time doesn't care about your motivation. Successful people don't wait to feel ready. They act because time is passing anyway. Even small actions, done daily, create massive change. 10 minutes of learning every day is over 60 hours a year. 1 hour a day toward a skill becomes over 300 hours in a year. That is how ordinary people build extraordinary lives. Using time better doesn't mean turning life into a machine. It means creating balance with intention. Rest is important, but rest should recharge you, not replace your goals. Entertainment is fine, but it should not control your schedule. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. It is choosing your future over temporary comfort. Many people are afraid to take control of their time because it forces them to take responsibility for their life. When you waste time, you can blame circumstances. When you use time wisely, you can no longer hide from your potential. Growth demands courage. It demands that you stop running from discomfort and start using time as a tool, not an escape. Time reveals priorities clearly. Look at how you spend your day, and you will see what you truly value. Not what you say you value, but what your actions show. If you say you want success but spend most of your time avoiding effort, time will expose that truth. This is not meant to shame you. It is meant to wake you up. You don't need to change everything at once. You just need to change one decision today. Wake up a little earlier. Learn instead of scroll. Plan instead of react. Focus instead of multitask. These small shifts may feel insignificant, but time multiplies everything. Good habits grow quietly. Bad habits grow silently too. One day, time will ask you a question without words. It will show you the results of how you lived. The skills you built are ignored. The chances you took are avoided. The discipline you practiced are postponed. That day comes to everyone. The only difference is whether you meet it with pride or regret. People who win in life are not those who rush. They are those who are consistent. They understand that time rewards patience, effort, and focus. They stop arguing with reality and start working with it. They stop wishing for more time and start using the time they already have. Right now, you are alive. Right now, you have time. That alone makes you rich. The question is not how much time you have left. The question is what you are doing with the time you are given. Every moment is a chance to choose differently. Every day is an opportunity to invest in the person you want to become. Your future is watching you. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Right now. It is shaped by this hour, this decision, this use of time. Use it with intention. Use it with courage. Use it like it matters. Because it does. Most people don't realize that time doesn't just pass, it shapes them. Every hour you repeat the same habit, you are becoming someone. Every day you avoid responsibility, you train yourself to escape. Every moment you choose growth, even when it's uncomfortable, you build strength that no one can take from you. Time is not neutral. It is either building you or breaking you, depending on how you use it. You don't lose your future in one big mistake. You lose it slowly, in comfort, in distractions that feel harmless, in routines that keep you busy but empty. The danger of wasted time is that it doesn't feel dangerous. It feels easy. It feels familiar. It feels safe. And that is why so many people stay stuck for years without realizing when it happened. The hardest truth is this: no one is coming to save your time for you. No one will manage your hours, protect your focus, or choose your priorities. People may advise you, motivate you, even warn you, but the decision is always yours. Every single day, you wake up and decide whether you will live intentionally or reactively. Whether you will design your day or let it design you. Many people wait for the perfect moment to start. They think they need more confidence, more money, more clarity. But clarity comes from action, not waiting. Confidence is built by doing hard things repeatedly. Time rewards movement, not hesitation. Even imperfect action respects time more than perfect delay. You don't need long hours to change your life. You need focused hours. One uninterrupted hour of deep work is more powerful than 10 hours of distraction. Focus is rare today, and that makes it valuable. When you protect your focus, you protect your future. When you allow constant interruptions, you fracture your potential. Look at the people who are ahead of you. Not to envy them, but to learn from them. They are not superhuman. They simply made better decisions with their time when it mattered most. While others were entertaining themselves, they were educating themselves. While others were complaining, they were building. While others were waiting, they were working. Time also teaches patience. Real progress is slow. It is boring. It is repetitive. And that is why most people quit early. They want fast results without slow discipline. But time only partners with those who respect its pace. Small efforts, done consistently, always defeat intense effort done occasionally. You will feel tired. You will feel unmotivated. You will doubt yourself. That is normal. What matters is not how you feel, but what you do despite those feelings. Discipline carries you on days when motivation disappears. And discipline is nothing more than choosing what you want most over what you want now. Every distraction costs you more than minutes. It costs you momentum. It costs you clarity. It costs you belief in yourself. When you keep promises to yourself, even small ones, your self-respect grows. When you break them daily, quietly, you lose trust in your own word. Time remembers both. One day, you will look back at this phase of your life. You will either thank yourself for the effort you made, or regret the chances you ignored. That moment is coming whether you prepare for it or not. The future version of you is depending on the choices you make today, not the excuses you repeat. Time does not demand perfection. It demands honesty, honest effort, honest priorities, honest evaluation of what needs to change. You don't have to be extreme. You just have to be intentional. Decide what deserves your best hours, not your leftover energy. Protect your mornings. Protect your focus. Protect your goals from people who don't understand them. Not everyone needs access to your time. Some people are meant to be appreciated from a distance. Your time is too valuable to be spent explaining your vision to those who don't respect it. Life doesn't suddenly become meaningful one day. Meaning is built daily, through effort that often goes unnoticed. Through sacrifices that no one applauds. Through discipline that feels lonely. Time sees all of it. And time always pays back, either with regret or with results. You don't need to rush. But you do need to start. Start small. Start scared. Start tired. Just start. Because time moves forward regardless, and the only real mistake is standing still while it does. Use your time with intention. Use it with courage. Use it as if your future depends on it. Because it does. At some point, you must stop negotiating with your comfort. Comfort is not evil, but living inside it for too long makes you small. It convinces you that safety is success and that routine is stability. But deep down, you already know the truth. Growth lives outside what feels easy. Time will keep offering you the same lesson again and again until you decide to learn it. The people who change their lives are not always the smartest. They are the ones who get tired of repeating the same days. They reach a moment where wasting time hurts more than discipline. Where staying the same feels more painful than trying. That moment is quiet. There is no announcement. Just a decision made alone. Time exposes excuses. You may say you don't have time, but time shows what you make time for. You may say you are waiting for the right moment, but time proves that moments are created, not discovered. Every excuse feels reasonable until years pass and nothing changes. Then the excuse turns into regret. Your environment also shapes how you spend time. If you surround yourself with people who don't value growth, time will slip away unnoticed. If you fill your days with noise, your goals will struggle to breathe. Protecting your time sometimes means changing your surroundings, your habits, even your circle. Not out of arrogance, but out of self-respect. You don't owe everyone access to your attention. Attention is powerful. What you focus on expands. When you focus on problems, problems grow. When you focus on progress, progress follows. Time magnifies whatever you feed it. Choose carefully what you allow into your mind daily. There will be days when nothing seems to move forward. Days when effort feels invisible. These are the days that separate those who succeed from those who quit. Time tests patience before it rewards consistency. If you can stay disciplined when results are silent, time will eventually speak for you. Many people fear failure, but what they should fear is wasted time. Failure teaches. Failure redirects. Failure builds experience. Wasted time teaches nothing. It only leaves emptiness behind. When you try and fail, you are still moving. When you do nothing, you are slowly falling behind. Time also heals, but only when you stop reopening the same wounds. Overthinking the past consumes the present. Regret is useful only if it leads to change. Otherwise, it is just another way to waste time. Learn the lesson, release the pain, and move forward with intention. Your daily choices may look small, but time never ignores patterns. What you repeat becomes who you are. If you repeat discipline, you become disciplined. If you repeat delay, you become stuck. Time does not judge. It simply records and returns the result. One day, your younger self will exist only in memory. The questions you will ask yourself then are simple but heavy. Did I try? Did I grow? Did I respect my time? Those answers are being written right now, in ordinary moments, in quiet decisions, in unseen effort. Stop waiting for urgency to force change. By the time urgency arrives, time has already taken too much. Choose discipline before desperation. Choose action before regret. Choose progress before comfort. Time is not against you. It is waiting for you to decide how seriously you take your life. When you start treating time as your most valuable asset, everything begins to align. Focus sharpens. Priorities clarify. Confidence grows. You don't need more time. You need more intention. The moment you understand that, your life begins to shift. One day, you will realize that time was never the problem. Fear was. Comfort was. Distraction was. Time gave you chances every single day. Quiet chances. Ordinary chances. Chances that didn't look important at the moment. And those are the ones most people miss. Life doesn't change suddenly. It changes the moment you decide to stop lying to yourself. The moment you admit that some habits are holding you back. The moment you stop blaming circumstances and start owning your choices. Time respects ownership. It responds to responsibility. You were never meant to live on pause. Waiting for approval. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is a myth created by hesitation. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates clarity. Time moves with those who move with purpose. There will always be reasons not to start. You're tired. You're unsure. You're afraid of failing. But time doesn't ask how you feel. It only asks what you did. And every day you delay, the cost grows quietly. Not in noise, but in lost potential. Imagine meeting your future self. The person you could become if you stopped wasting time on things that don't matter. They don't need excuses from you. They need effort. They need consistency. They need you to show up even when no one is watching. You don't need to be extreme. You don't need to sacrifice everything. You just need to be honest about what deserves your best hours. Stop giving your prime time to things that bring no growth. Stop investing energy where there is no return. Time is fair, but it is unforgiving. It gives equally, but it takes back mercilessly. It will reward discipline with progress, and it will punish neglect with regret. Not out of cruelty, but out of truth. This moment matters more than you think. This decision matters more than it feels. You don't have to fix your whole life today. You just have to use today better than yesterday. That is how change begins. Quietly, slowly, powerfully. You are not late. But you are not early either. You are right on time to choose differently. To focus. To commit. To respect your life enough to protect your time. Because in the end, time will tell your story. Make sure it's one you're proud to remember. Use your time like it matters. Because it does.